Okay. Wait a minute, y'all. I done screwed up that time. I screwed some. Yeah. ICE just raided a trailer park full of gang members, man. Oh my gracious. Invite a trailer park, man. Oh my gracious. If y'all don't think ICE is not doing a good job and you thinking that they doing it in a violent way, they police officers. These people are resisting leaving the country. They hiding. What you expect them to do? I don't understand. I mean, if a person is resisting or fighting the police is supposed to sit there and not harm these people when they trying to harm them. I don't understand what these people are thinking about. So you know what I say? F them. Do what you got to do to get these people up out of here.
ICE just raided a trailer park.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell.
Look at this.
ICE says that one individual who they say was a member of a violent criminal organization, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦, violently resisted arrest.
Take him down.
However, despite the alleged assault, ICE says that that individual and 4 other people were detained. This video filmed by activist @𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 showing the operation.
I did see them being very aggressive with one of the detainees.
Because he was a gang member.
And there was a mother and her 2 children who, she was in tears. Her kids looked very, 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 very scared. And I was just recording the entire time, trying to gather information.
Hey man, did they treat you okay?
Oh my goodness.
In other videos shared with CBS 8, you can see detainees inside law enforcement vehicles.
They're right at the car.
Sir, you have to step back, please. You have to step back from the vehicle, sir. You cannot be...
Sir,
right now you are repeating a federal investigation. Please.
These activists, man.
See what I'm saying? She had to say it twice. I'm the police. Sir, please step back from the vehicle. Sir, step back from the vehicle. Why step back from the vehicle? Get your mother tail back. Why are we so dumb, man? I don't understand this, man.
Right at the car.
Step back, please.
Step back and please.
You cannot be... Sir, right now you are repeating a federal investigation. Please.
These activists, man.
Later this morning, people inside a parked
Get your
RV
hands
can be
off of
heard
me.
confirming
Oh my
that
God, don't
3
say that to Uncle
individuals
Mike.
inside the
This is
RV
crazy.
were taken into custody. The man inside can be heard saying ICE agents
all the
did not
RVs.
knock on the door. A man and woman heard inside also said SDPD sighted them around 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh, it's
and
early.
that it was the second time that SDPD knocked on their doors in the early morning hours. Although it's not clear what they were cited for, as they did not say.
That's
A City of
crazy.
San Diego ordinance states that parking oversized vehicles, including RVs, on public streets between 2 and 6 a.m. is prohibited.
So here you've got this massive encampment, RVs everywhere, gang members living in these boxes, and what happens? Activists are so upset that ICE and police would dare to go to their neighborhood and make a difference. And as you're about to see, this encampment was not temporary. This was likely a full-time operation.
A mobile home was seen towed from the scene hours later. ABC 10 News spoke with a man who lives in an RV parked in that area. It's not clear if it's the same one, but he described the moments that led to this incident.
Last night, the cops came, and in my case, they said that if I don't move, they were going to tow the car. I said, please, don't, because this is my house where I live. I was trying to find a mechanic to move it, and they still
So these
gave me
things
a ticket.
can't even move.
That was at 4 this morning. Today at 7, 8, came the cops, and they went to all the trailers banging on the doors.
We do know the San Diego
bunch
Police
of trailers
Department was
that are there
on
all
scene
the
as
time.
well, although they told us the only role they played was traffic control.
So the local police, they've probably let this go on for an insanely long period of time. But now that law enforcement who can actually make a difference, ICE, is in this neighborhood arresting criminals, they can make this place better too. Look at that. Look at how this works. It's almost as if once you have a little bit of law and order, you enable more of it. What a shocker.
Take a look. As soon as we pulled up to a local Home Depot
look
out
at this.
Here, suspected illegal immigrants started taking off running in all different directions as soon as they saw federal agents. That led to several different foot pursuits as agents were chasing them down and arresting them. We ultimately saw about 10 different people being arrested by those federal agents, and Border Patrol telling us that records checks came back on one of the guys already, showing that he is an aggravated felon with a prior conviction for.
Well, that's no good.
Take a look at this video. This was a guy who said he was a U.S. citizen fleeing from federal agents after they say he slashed the tires on one of their vehicles. You'll see him running away. He then gets taken to the ground and he tangles with agents while he's on the ground. It appeared he kind of lunged at one of them. Those federal agents took him into custody and took him away. His wife was yelling at agents the whole time, saying he's a U.S. citizen. The agent said, too bad, he slashed one of our tires. And then take a look at these photos here. We do have photos. It quickly deflated and the agents had to drive out of the area on their rims.
I don't think these activists realize how dangerous this is. If you puncture the tire of a vehicle and people get in it in an emergency situation and don't know that it's popped, somebody could really get injured. These people are putting everybody at risk. But wait till you hear the 180-degree flip the local activists are giving this same story that could have really hurt somebody.
Hey, leave him alone!
This is the woman filming.
What are you doing?
A South Sacramento woman.
He's a U.S. citizen!
Pleading with federal immigration agents to release her husband during an immigration raid at a Home Depot parking lot in South Sacramento, where multiple people were detained, including 31-year-old Jose Castillo.
This is the guy that did
a Migra Watch volunteer who is documenting the immigration activity.
And
his wife Andrea arrived to this location attempting to let federal agents know that her husband is a U.S. citizen.
We never thought that this would be happening.
I don't give a damn if you're a U.S. citizen. I don't give a damn where you from. You slashing tires, you getting beat up. You going down. Think about it. If you slash my tire, I'm going to retaliate. If somebody... I don't understand what you slash a police officer tire. What he's supposed to do? You should ask her that. Ask her your husband slashed a police officer tire. What did you expect was supposed to happen? You tell me. And then he ran. They supposed to keep running and chasing him? Oh my God, man.
We knew the fears because of the president and everything that he's been doing, and
they thought they could attack ICE agents. They thought that it was okay. They thought they were on the side of justice, but really they were breaking the law. And they never thought anything would happen.
We know that our people are being targeted. Like, we knew all of that, but we never thought it would be us because we're safe, right? This is America.
Don't attack
if you're a U.S. citizen, you're protected by the Constitution. Your rights, you have rights,
but if you commit crime,
you don't.
Agents took Castillo into custody after a brief foot chase in the parking lot where they took him to the ground.
Yeah.
In the video that Andrea shared, you can hear one of the agents saying that Jose flattened a tire. Listen to this clip.
He just flattened a tire.
Yeah.
KCRA3 obtained these images of the tire.
If you deflate the tires of a law enforcement vehicle, your rights are going to be the air shooting out of that thing when you get taken into federal custody. These people have no concept of what's legal in America and what's illegal because they live in a sanctuary city.
Allegedly slash. The Border Patrol has not responded to KCRA on Castillo's detention. Chief Patrol Agent Gregory Bovino posted an edited video on X with a clip which appears to be Castillo with his face blurred, saying he was arrested for impeding and or assaulting a U.S. federal officer. KCRA also reached out to NorCal Resist, who says they're looking into the allegation.
As far as our volunteer Jose,
they get to defend him.
We are absolutely gutted. Again, we train our volunteers in best practices to make sure that they know their rights, they know the rights of the immigrants.
Then how come so many of these volunteers and activists are inserting themselves in federal investigations, slashing tires, and getting arrested? It's not like this is the first time this has happened. What do you mean you train them in best practices? This is what they're all doing.
Detained, and that they feel empowered knowing that they have a right to do this and that they're not doing anything unlawful.
Unless they slash tires, attack police.
And Andrea tells me that she's been tracking her husband's location, which shows him in Stockton, and we were able to confirm that that address is an ICE facility. We're live in South Sacramento. Marisela de la Cruz.
They're making it sound like ICE detained an American citizen for no reason, but that's not what happened. And of course, if you interfere with federal police who are just in the immigration department, you go after their vehicle, they're going to take you into their custody. Why is that so hard for people to understand? But speaking of aggressive activity, you're not going to believe this next story.
An undocumented woman is facing federal charges after allegedly faking her own kidnapping, accusing ICE agents to then apparently solicit donations through GoFundMe.
Investigators say none of it was true.
A fake kidnapping.
Ask for our authorities to not close our eyes to our families. This is not the only family going through this.
On June 30th, the family of 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 held a press conference claiming she had been kidnapped, possibly by federal agents. They pointed to her vehicle, saying it was abandoned in the parking lot of a Jack in the Box in South Los Angeles, and evidence of her disappearance.
There's plenty of families going through this nightmare right now where we don't know.
They're using a fake event to say that there are many families going through what we're going through. But that's not true because their story is totally fake. You see how this works? And we know the people that are going through this, they happen to be gang members living in RVs at the beach.
Relatives where our loved ones are at this moment.
It turns out, according to Homeland Security, Calderon wasn't missing at all. Investigators say surveillance video clearly shows Calderon calmly exiting her vehicle at the Jack in the Box and willingly getting into another vehicle before leaving the area. Federal agents found her shopping at a market in Bakersfield. The 41-year-old undocumented woman who lived in South Los Angeles is now facing federal charges,
and she's in the country
including
illegally.
Conspiracy and making false statements.
So she's in the country illegally, fakes her own kidnapping, and goes on a shopping spree and then gets busted. She's 100% getting deported. She would have had a better chance of staying in America as a fugitive if she had just decided to stay under the radar. But no.
To federal officers.
Several individuals could be facing charges in this case.
Wait a minute, man. I swear to God, you cannot make this stuff up. So you gonna fake like they kidnap you and you're not kidnapped. You got your whole family involved. People on the microphone talking for you and everything. Oh my God, man. When I thought I heard it all, then you hear this.
Her chance of staying in America as a fugitive if she had just decided to stay under the radar. But no.
To federal officers.
Several individuals could be facing charges in this case. It is, of course, the person who is making these false statements that could lead to criminal charges, but also any family members who were also putting forward this narrative.
Legal analyst Mary David points out that because the family created a GoFundMe account to raise money while claiming Calderon had been kidnapped, that could open the door to potential fraud charges.
Awful.
In addition, the attorney could also be in trouble. According to the federal complaint, he claimed Calderon was taken to a San Isidro detention center, and when she refused to sign deportation paperwork, Calderon was punished and transferred to a warehouse at an undisclosed location.
So not only is this relative of this family in America illegally scamming our entire country, the people who are here who are legal, they're doing the exact same thing. This whole family is awful. These are the people that were being told make our communities better. I'm not too sure about that.
That the statements were false. They can face charges as well.
They should face charges.
Even if they don't face criminal charges, there certainly could also be civil penalties if they didn't do their due diligence, if they violated any code of ethics.
These attorneys are terrible too, man. They're egging them on.
Faces up to 10 years in federal prison. She is currently in immigration custody. Now, according to the complaint, one of her daughters was well aware that the kidnapping was allegedly a hoax. She could also face criminal charges.
You know, as ridiculous as all of these stories are, why are they all happening? They're all happening because we're being told that innocent people are being swept from the streets when that's not happening at all. First, you've got gang members living in busted RVs in a permanent encampment by the beach. And these people are saying, oh, this is my home. I live here. Leave me alone. No, that's not what's happening. They're breaking the law. They're not supposed to be here. And they're committing all kinds of crimes, which is why ICE went to that trailer park. Then you've got people in a parking lot fleeing the scene, slashing tires. This is like guerrilla warfare taking place, and our agents that are out there trying to make our country better have to put up with it. And what happens? Then we've got activists out there protesting, holding up signs that say, don't deport my mom, when the mom faked her own kidnapping and now might face something even worse
than
getting deported. What do you think about all this? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.
A restaurant, man, this is crazy. This is past crazy. There was one I was going to do. I didn't even, man. You cannot slice anybody's tires, not the police. Why would you slice dude? You slice the police tires, what you think gonna happen? What the hell do you think is gonna happen? They gonna give you they gonna write you a ticket, but you running. So they're going to write you 2 tickets, a running ticket. What do you think going to happen? I would be pissed off as a police officer, but you got to be calm. You cannot use excessive force, meaning you have to match the force that they use it. So if they pull out a gun, you supposed to pull out your baton. You shot the guy. Well, he had a gun. He was about to shoot me. They don't think like that. Their mind is automatically fixed to think against the police by any means necessary. They want to think against the police. How can you live with that type of mind frame? Where's law and order? Where's rationality? Did I say that wrong? I said that wrong, didn't I? Rationality. Rationable. Be rash. Think about what it is that you trying to do. Well, think about what it is that the police is trying to do. Uncle Mike gonna get on up out of here, man. It's stupid. It's dumb thinking, man. They get on. Every time somebody get on this daggone thing, man, anytime the camera come on, people go way into acting mode. They act gangster. There was a video out with all these people acting all hard and gangster. Then when the police get involved and do something, they think they're gonna get some money by suing. You know, I was violated. I was traumatized. I may be traumatized for the rest of my life. But last week you was a gangster. You supposed to be hard. You supposed to be thorough. Now all of a sudden you need a doctor because your brain messed up. Because you think you're going to get some money. That's what they do. This, they came in here and everybody heard them knocking on the door, but the door that they knocking on, you ain't heard nothing. So they had to break in. They came in here forcibly. Man, you know what? If this was my world, I would forget all the knocking. Go get them, Go get them. By any means necessary. Since they going to talk anyway, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.